Hi guys, it's Chessa with Checker, and welcome to our What's New Live Christmas Gift Away edition. To celebrate Christmas and New Year's, we have a large gift away today in a retail value of over $1,500. It's our way to thank you. And we want to give a shout out to all of the vendors who donated items to today's giveaway. First off, we had the Daylight Company, Oliso, Clover, Yazzie, Electric Quilt Company, and Riley Blake. You want to definitely stay tuned to the end to learn how you can register for this amazing opportunity. Today, I'm going to show you just a few of the over 120,000 items that Checker has on our website. And I always love to see where you guys are watching from. So most of you already know the drill, but if you don't, put your name or your shop name and location in the comments, and I'm going to try to give you a shout out. We also do a Q&A at the end. Our buyers are always standing by and watching with us, and a lot of times the vendors are as well, so they can answer your questions on demand. So feel free to put those in the comments anytime throughout the video. Sasha watches for those, and she makes little notes so that we can circle back to those. If you need to step away and tend to your store, that's no worries, because this video does stay on Facebook for eternity. It's not going anywhere, so you can come back and watch it at your earliest convenience. Let's see who is tuning in today. Hello to Mary from Little Max in Michigan, and it is actually her birthday today, so we wanted to give her a big birthday. Hope you enjoy it today, Mary. Hello to Bars Custom Quilts in Canada, Quilts on Maine, Glenda from Summer Breeze Quilting. Oh, I wish it was summer now. It's getting chilly out there. Hello to Elva. She says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas back. And Diana from Stitches and Stuff Fabric Shop in Tennessee. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. You know, I always like to start with books. So we're gonna start with these pocket guides from C&T. And as most of you guys probably already know, pocket guides are super popular because they're, you know, pocket size. They're easy to take with you to the quilt shop, or if you're going on a little retreat with your friends, you can just put it in your purse or your bag or literally in your pocket, and you are good to go. So we're gonna start with the Crazy Quilters for Beginners book. So I'm gonna try to hold it up here because it is, like we said, on the smaller size. Has this nice kind of glossy cardstock cover, so it's not gonna get too damaged. And just like it says, this is for beginners. It's gonna cover all of the basics to help you get started or helping your friends get started. There's seam allowances in here. There's little tips and little tricks. It includes piecing, stitch instructions, embellishment, thread, and more. We also have a pocket guide for perfect piecing. This will help your customers learn to flawlessly create their basic quilting blocks. You know, a lot of the open or close, which way do I press my seam? Everybody has an opinion on that based on what's going on. Pressing information, 4-patch block, half square triangles. So really all of the basics you need to be able to start on a project. Next up is Quilts of Praise. Now this one offers 3D basic blocks, which are going to showcase crosses and churches. There are 7 projects. You have quilts and wall hangings. I'll show you some more. Oh, we open to Merry Christmas. How festive. Super fitting for today. 3D cross banner. And lastly, from C&T is the Miniature Fairy Houses Tiny Worlds in Fabric. So you guys know that these are super popular. A lot of people do the little fairies in their gardens. You make them in the little flower pots a lot of people construct them out of. You have the furniture. You have your templates. step-by-step color instructions. So you can learn to use fabric paint, fabric fusing, and there's other techniques included as well. So that's it from C&T. Next, we're going to look at one from Stash. And we're back to the kind of that beginner's theme. You can start sewing in no time. The basics are broken down. You can see you got your cute little pin kind of following you around, giving you little tips. This makes me think of when we had Word and that little paper clip would pop up and ask if you needed help.
Yeah.
Now you have the little pin. Knit fabric, hair scrunchies. So it's great for anybody from, you know, no sewing experience to even, it's nice just to go back to the basics for some of the experience. Beginner Guide to Sewing. His name is Professor Pincushion. He has a name. And then from Quilt Mania, we have Calico and Stitch. There are 26 lovely projects in this book. They are carefully explained. You have full-size templates. And for those of you like Sasha over there, this is in French and English. So this would be a good book for you to have just to practice.
I need to hear some French.
Yes, it sounds good when you say it in French. So Calico and Stitch. Cute. Next we have 4 new patterns from the ever so popular Elizabeth Hartman, and everything is pieced using conventional patchwork techniques. There's no templates or paper piecing. So first we're going to start with the one behind me here. This is the Lookout quilt. You can make it in 3 sizes, each of which are going to feature the bear, oh, over there, the bear, the deer, and the rabbit, and of course your lovely kind of pine trees. So this, if I had to guess, I believe this is the lap size. I know a lot of times with her patterns, you can just simply take a block by itself and you can just turn it into a matching pillow, which is really nice. You can make like a whole set. And of course you can make one kind of queen size to go on your bed. So next up, Chrissy's here today and she's gonna help me show you some more of the quilts. This one is the Sunshine quilt. Am I upside down already? Again, these are all from Elizabeth Hartman. So like we mentioned above, this is conventional patchwork techniques. This one, you can make it in 2 different sizes, the Sunshine quilt. Cute. Next is the Produce section quilt. This gets me thinking about picnics in summer again. I'm getting ready to have snow and I'm just like, ooh, yes. So you got your great apple, your grapes, your banana, kiwi. I love kiwi, they're like my favorite. The pineapple. So all sorts of great different fruits. There are 17 different fruits or blocks actually. And again, all of her patterns you can make in different sizes. And the last one from Elizabeth Hartman are these charming patchwork farm animals from the Fab Farm pattern. Chrissy, there's your pig,
Yes.
and your cow, and your horse.
Oh, all of them in mini size.
So, yeah, Chrissy wears size farm for her Christmas lists. Super cute. Sunflower, that's my favorite. Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to show you, when she gets set in to put that down, I'm going to bring her right back up here because we have 3 new patterns from Black Cat Creations. These ones are quite a bit larger, so you have to bear with us. So this is Aurora Sails. Now this was inspired by designs formed from multiple small units. So you have your unit here and your unit here and there. And you kind of just put it all over the place.
Cute.
So your overall block then is this. So you are encouraged to kind of play, because you can get a bunch of different designs just simply twisting your blocks around. The paper templates are included, so that's always great, and there is a bonus block included. Aurora Sails. Next from Black Cat Creations, I'll show the little one first, you're okay. Is branching out, so this is it on a smaller version. If you're wanting to try something new or expanding what you know on, you can just dust off and dig into your collection of fat quarter bundles and mix it up. Let's see it in a large scale format. These are what Chrissy needed her desk today because she was chilly. Again, your overall block.
It's hard to show these ones.
It is. That's why we have that lovely link in our description that'll take you to all the items that are being shown today on the website. So if you need to go back and look again, or you just didn't get that good of a look, or you're ready to add it to your shopping cart, you can go ahead and click on that link and it takes you to everything from today, including the items that are going to be in the giveaway. And then lastly from Black Cat Creations.
Oh, you don't need
Sorry, I didn't warn you it wasn't a quilt. This is Meemaw's purse. Now this is just the perfect size to kind of carry your essentials. You can fit your wallet in there. It has 2 pockets. I always like to slip my phone in a pocket so it's not just like hanging out in the bottom of the purse and I can't find it. And then of course you have your strap, and it's about 10 by 13 inches. This kind of feels like a canvasy kind of fabric, but you know, it's always up to you guys. I always tell you, you guys are so creative, and you guys always come up with such fun and intricate ways to do things. All right, next are the new magnetic pink cushions from Grabbit. As you can see, there's a variety. Kind of have a blue marble, the black marble, and the red. Now I kind of had these out of order. Okay, so you know when you get it, it comes in its nice case. You have your hang hole, so you can hang it on your shelf. And then when you take it out, it has a nice cover on it. So once you use it to pick up all your pens, like I have cats and they like to just mess with my pens no matter where they are, you can kind of just cap it off. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Grabbit pin cushions, there is a super powerful magnet on the inside that just sweeps up your pins. The round shape makes it comfortable to hold in your hand. And if you can see, there's a divot in there. So as it collects your pins, they all just kind of nestle here and all face the same direction, so they're not poking all over the place. So these are swirl magnetic pin cushions from Euro Notions. They're Grabbit. Next up is a beautiful color coordinated collection of measuring tools from Dritz. You have the possibility to do body measurements. You can check your seam allowances, drawing circles, scallops, all sorts of great things are included in this. And we always just love when there is color coordination. We're in marketing. We really like when things are correlated. So again, this is from Dritz. Next, we're going to help you sew perfect 1/4 inch seams with the Sew Straight and Fabric Glide from Quilt in a Day. It has a very smooth surface that reduces resistance and allows for easy machine quilting. And you can save time by sewing unmarked diagonal lines and triangle squares because you already have it marked. And now the backing can be removed. The back side of the instructions has all sorts of tips and tricks for you. And now there's a backing on it. You can peel it off and stick it on your table, your sewing machine, kind of wherever you're set up. And it is able to be removed and restuck. So if you get a new sewing machine, it's not permanent. You can take it from one place to another. But please note, this is not a cutting mat. It does kind of look like it. Please do not rotary cut on this. Next, we have this super cute Experience the Joy of Creativity binder from Kimberbell. So this is a great way to keep all of your instructions and projects from them. It has some fun stickers, like created to create, and you have your dividers and your tabs all included. You just need to put your patterns in it and decorate it as you see fit. Another one I have from Kimberbell, kind of switching gears from a notion to a pattern. Maybe you'd put these pattern instructions in that book. Is you have the Pretty and Posh zipper pouches. These are very simple to make. As you can see, you have a variety of sizes and kind of shapes you can make them in. You can add the fun little tassel to your zippers. This is a great way to practice your machine embroidery and just personalize it for people. They have all sorts of embellishments. Kimberbell is known for their embellishments. You can add that to these. You have the nice and large one, your medium, and your small. And you have your embossed leather tags that they come with. And they're just great, like we said, for gifts, for yourself. See, I always make them for myself before I make them for anybody else. Because
You're just selfish.
I am selfish. I'll make your apron one day. Chrissy's got a long list of things for me to make for her. Next up are ruler racks from Quilter Select. There are 2 different ones. So you have a 6mm and a 3mm. So as you can see on the images on them, they serve different purposes based on the size. The back, you got your corner feet so that it's not gonna scratch your surfaces. Why don't we take one out so you can see it up close. The one I'm taking out is the 6mm. This one is to be used with their machine quilting tools based on the size of their slots. The rulers will fit in there nice and snug. And then of course you have your compartments in the front and back, or side to side, whichever way you lay it, to keep your pens, pencils, some smaller thread. Your rotary cutter could even fit in there. So the 6mm has 8 grooves, and the 3mm has 10 grooves, and the 3mm is for the use of their rulers, not their machine quilting. So do pay attention when you order. They have different measurements based on what they recommend storing in it. Let's see who else is tuning in today. Looks like a lot of people. It's awesome. Hello to Chip from Fiber Hustle in Seattle. I like that, Fiber Hustle. That's a fun name. Hello, Kelsey from Village Fabric Shop in Winston-Salem. I actually drove through Winston-Salem on the way to vacation. If I would have known you were there, I would have stopped. Hello to Crazy Redhead Quilting from Iowa. I'm seeing a bunch of new names today. That's awesome. I hope to see you guys on more of our lives coming up. Vivian from Finer Than Frog Hair in Tennessee. Hello to Ashley from Titch and Fish in Texas. And hello to Rose from Quilters Emporium in Stafford. Next, I have 4 patterns from By Annie, and we're just gonna jump right in. They always pack their stuff so nice when they send it to me, and they're all labeled and everything, and it's just super awesome. So we're gonna start with the Changing Station 2.0. So as the name says, this is perfect for changing on the go. It kind of folds up like a wallet, as you saw kind of earlier, and then just kind of comes apart. You know, I think this would be better to show it on the table, Cindy. Second guessing myself. You have your nice mesh pockets to store your essentials, some diapers, some wipes. You have some extra padding in here, so you have comfort for your little one. This actually removes completely, so it makes it super friendly. You can just detach it and throw it in the wash if it were to get dirty. And then that also gives you the option to use the clutch separately if you feel so fit. But again, just watch how nicely this folds up. Nice and compact, doesn't take up a lot of space. Changing Station 2.0. Next, featuring over a dozen compartments, we have the Backseat Babysitter 2.0. You guys know they kind of just update their things and they put 2.0 on the end of it so that you know it's an updated version. Some more edits have been done, just make it more friendly to make. So again, this has tons of great pockets so you can store all sorts of goodies in them. Again, it's kind of baby themed. You put the toys and little gadgets. Again, you have your mesh pockets. It's always easy to see what's in here at a glance easily. And this top one's fun. It's clear and it's actually a touchscreen friendly zippered pocket. So this is great for putting the iPad in there for the kids. If they spill, it's protected. Their grubby little hands aren't gonna get it all dirty. Backseat Babysitter. Where were these when you had babysitter? You had a front seat babysitter. Again, we have another multi-pocket project here. This is called the Sidekick Saddlebag. It's your companion for sporting events, camping, or even at home or in the office. You can drape it over an armrest. Chrissy's just having a ball over here.
I need one.
Is this on my list of things to make for you?
Yeah, it is
okay.
now.
Okay. For those with mobility issues, you can easily attach this to a walker, and as you heard me open it, it is Velcroed, so it's not just hanging, it is secured. You have a nice large front pocket. Again, you have the mesh. You have the option to do the shoulder strap, which is always nice. Nice big mesh in the back and another zipper pocket. And you also just have your carrying handle. So ample storage here. That's very popular with By Annie. Their stuff is designed to really hold a lot of stuff.
It's practical.
Very practical. That's a good word for it. Next up and last from By Annie's is the Snapshot fold-over bags. So there are two different sizes you can make them in. Open it up. It's kind of got a magnet in here to stay closed. Actually, it's one on each side. And then when you open it, you have a nice zippered top. And would you look at that? There's tons of pockets on the inside. There's also a nice zippered pocket on the back. And again, it just folds over. You can just carry it. The smaller one. You also have the option to do your shoulder bags. So it has your little hooks right here. And I love that it's magnetic because you just kind of whoop and you're secure and you're ready to go. All right, since there were so many people today, I want to say hi to some more people. Hello to Calico House in Nebraska, Jackie from Connecticut, Janet from Bluebird Quilts and Gallery in California, thanks for tuning in, Teresa from Rainbow Kids in Michigan, just a neighbor, just a hop skipping away over to Michigan from us, Crystal from Just a Little Something in Minnesota, Pat from Sweet Creek Creations in Washington, and Pam from Zero Street Arts. Okay, so what do I have next? I have the tools from TrueCut. I actually have a bunch of them, but I'm just going to kind of give you the overview of them first, of the whole concept, before I have Chrissy give me all of the great items that we have to show you. So I was actually lucky enough to stop by their booth at Quilt Market Actually, their booth was right next to ours, which was great. And I want to give a shout out to Mark for the personal demo he gave me on all of their great products. They are known for their unique cutting system that provides an easy and safe and accurate method of cutting. So we're just going to jump right into the heart of TrueCut, which their rulers have a raised edge. So let me take this off. If you can see, you have the nice raised edge here. Probably hard to see on camera, but doing my best. They also have little holes, square cutouts, so you can easily see your fabric as well as hold on as you're cutting. And then they're injected molded thermoplastic, so they're pretty chip resistant, they're flexible, and they're pretty durable. Now, an amazing thing about these is that they have a nice little, so I was just telling you about the little lip here. So you have the option to open it up, and there's this little piece here, this little lip, and you're going to put the lip of the rotary cutter into the lip of the ruler, and so then you're on a track. So anywhere you go, your blade is going with you. You're not going to miscut, you're just going to move the whole thing with you. They have a couple different types of cutters. They have the ergonomic here, and I got to play with all of these. This just makes it really easy. I'm not applying any pressure at all, so this is great for your arthritis. You're not having to bend over and put a lot of pressure onto it. Of course, they have the straight blade. And I have one in the packaging here to kind of show you. If you aren't a fan of having it go into that notch there, it does come with that piece separately. So you can use it just as a regular rotary cutter with any of your rulers. You have the option to add or remove that piece. Another great thing I want to mention about these straight cutters is there's a nice magnet in here. So that really holds your blade on there. So if you were to change your blade, you push it and your piece drops out and you see your blades magnetized on there. So you would just slide it off, so it's super safe. And then when you're ready to put a new blade on, you don't have to touch it at all. You don't have to worry about hurting your fingers because it's right there. Super nifty. I just love it. I love that magnet. So now I'm going to show you some more of the products and accessories that I have. I have a whole nice basket full. Thank you. So I kind of showed you their rulers a little bit. They have a variety of sizes. They also have triangles. You have your 60 degree, your 60, 90, and 120 degree kite ruler, your 90 degree right triangle ruler. Their cutters do come in 28, 45, and 60, so you have all the size options to use that you would in any other ruler line. Obviously your replacement blades. And let's talk about their sharpeners. So they have two different sharpener options here. You have just the basic rotary blade sharpener. You can see it has a nice little slit in there, and you're simply just going to go back and forth with your blade and you're going to sharpen it. And this will work with most brands of rotary cutters, so you don't even have to be using a TrueCut cutter. It's super fast and it's super safe. 28 millimeter to 60 millimeter, so very versatile. If that kind of physical labor of having to sharpen it maybe isn't what you're looking for, there is the TrueSharp 2. So this is actually a whole machine. Again, you can do your 28 up to your 60 millimeter blades, and you're simply going to put your blade in it and you shut it. It has diamond grit stones to sharpen it, and you simply push a button. Can you believe that? You just push a button and you have a sharp blade. It even includes tweezers, so you can remove and add your blades as you need and you don't have to touch it. Again, these are diamond grit stones that are just super high quality for sharpening. There's also a cleaning cloth that includes blade sharpening oil, obviously your powered cord, your safety blade handler, which is those tweezers I was talking about, and your power cord.
Margie asks, is there a thumb guard on the ergonomic cutter?
Can I have that open one back? So the way theirs is kind of developed, it is so that your thumb sits up top here. I probably should have sewn it too flat like this so you can see the shape of it. You got your flat here with the grip on it. So you would hold it, put your thumb on it, or depending on how you cut, you could hold it like this and put your finger on it. You do have your protector back here, and of course your protection all the way around here that you move to cut. I hope that answers your question. Now, I just have a few more other items to show you, and then I'm gonna give this all back to Chrissy. You have their True Grips non-slip adhesive rings. You can apply that back to any of your rulers if you're having some slip, which means you're having miscuts. We never want that. Now this is their True Cut 360 Precision Circle Cutter. I got a demo of this. I even got to try it. If you were cutting circles, this is so simple and so easy. There's no fabric bunching or shifting. You toggle this the size you want, and you just go around. Go around. Super, super simple. And lastly is they do have a replacement blade for that, because that's just a little small little blade. So let me clean this all up. So that is True Cut. If you've never heard of True Cut, they're a sub company of the Grace Company. And before I hand these away, Aunt Sassy's is asking the replacement blades unique to the True Cutters. So they are not. You know, we always recommend using brand with brand to be, you know, consistent for compatibility. It does work with most rotary cutters. So if you have some blades still from another company, you're more than welcome to use them, or vice versa. Thank you, Chrissy. Now we are getting close to the end, which means we're getting close to the giveaway. And I'll give you all the information of how to get signed up to enter to win for the giveaway. You just gotta hang on a little bit longer. We're gonna switch gears to Patchabilities, their new calendar block of the month. Now these nestle together really nice. Did I do it? Am I in order? January, February, March? Yes. Okay. So they had this calendar block of the month, and you do have it available in two options. You have your traditional applique, and then you also have your machine embroidery, and you can even buy them as standalone patterns if you're not looking for the block of the month kind of idea. And you have the opportunities to, with the traditional, you can even do wool applique or cotton wool, or just cotton or wool, and that's an example in the wool January. So you have your two pieces, your month, and then kind of your theme. So I mean, if you really wanted to, you can switch it up. If you wanted your January hearts or your February hearts on your January calendar, who's gonna stop you? It's not me. Each month is its own pattern. The machine embroidery, they are actually all machine embroidery and traditional applique. You have the option for with or without buttons, and you can stitch using a satin stitch or a blanket stitch, and there are 3 months per block of the month kit. So you're doing 3 months at a time. So you're gonna have 4 different groupings. I have some other patterns, new patterns from them that are not specific to the months. They are kind of specific to the seasons though. We're obviously entering winter, so we're going to talk about some winter patterns. First up is Vintage Sled. And they have a super cute kind of Christmas sled looking actually Ackfeld hanger on here. Your vintage sled includes your detailed instructions on how to embroider the greenery in the sled, and it's really not as difficult as it seems. Next, this one's one of my favorites. This is the Wintergreen Dream. So this is perfect for those quilters who know some basics and a little hand embroidery, and this will help kind of push them to the next step because you're using fusible web and machine applique. And lastly, from Patchabilities, you have Willy Melt. You have the buttons for the mouth. Again, you can buy these patterns to include the buttons or to not include the buttons if maybe you want to use some of your own. You have the beautiful scarf. And included was a downsized version of the pattern to make a matching mug rug. Ackfeld hangers just have so many varieties for anything. Next is my last quilt for today, is the Cara quilt. Now this is from Kitchen Table Quilting.
Sorry, that was the bottom.
This is one of the ones I could have gotten away with it being upside down. Nobody would have noticed, Chrissy.
Well, we got to be right here, you know. I'm always right.
Okay, okay. So this quilt is dynamic and just a fun pattern to show off your favorite fabrics. It's great for beginners. Chrissy, this would be a good one for you to start out with. Don't we all think Chrissy should make a quilt? So this is a great quick project. It's fat quarter friendly. Everybody loves their pre-cuts. And obviously you can enlarge or miniaturize as you see fit if that is something you are interested in.
It is cute though.
It is very cute. Anyway, you hang it. Again, we're getting really close to the giveaway. It is valued at over $1,500 retail dollars. Again, a big thank you to our vendors who donated to make this gift away possible. We have the Daylight Company, Oliso, Clover, Yazzie, the Electric Quilt Company, and Riley Blake. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned to the end to learn how you can register to win this amazing deal. Next, I have a large variety of new notions from the Tulip Company. You have snap fasteners. You have tons of spring hooks, waistband hooks, cute little small pins, chalk pencils. Now, I've never seen chalk pencils like this. It has a cute little brush on the end to kind of brush it away, your little debris, or if, oops, you made a mistake, you need to be able to erase it. Great variety. You got your blue, the white, the pink, so you have something for every fabric, color, shade, design that's out there. A 3 different type of needle threader pack. Cute flower head pins. You have your bodkin. Mini fasteners. Just look at all this good stuff. It's raining notions. Sorry, nobody in here laughed at that. That's okay. Moving on. I have 3 different items from Dream World Northwest. Now this, as you can see, it's starting to come out. We got a lot of great stuff packed into this little pouch. This is going to allow you to finish quilting your quilt tops and blocks with ease. Oh, I thought the picture was bigger. It's the Sew Steady suspension system. So it's going to go over your sewing machine. It's a little extra arms. We always say we need extra hands when we're doing things. So you're just going to clamp it. You have your adjustable arms and your clamps and your little stuffing to make sure you don't ruin anything. There is 2 arms per pack. It might be ideal to have 4 so you can really kind of spread it out and move as you long. So there's about 27 inches in length that it'll help you get. Next up is the Universal Circles and Straights tool. Let's open this one up for you. I got a great demo of this at Quilt Market too. It is on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook. It was one of the lives I got to do. So this is just gonna go, stick right onto your sewing machine, your base. You know your foot's gonna come through here. And you can go all the way up to a 30-inch circle. There are seam markings for a 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 5/8 on both ends of the needle. And you're gonna go, I wanna go watch that video because it was so educational and I really didn't know there was anything like that out here. And then we have the Clear Advantage Glider. So this is kind of really hard to show you because it is clear, so I'm just gonna kind of brush over it really quick. It's 12 by 20 inches. It's designed to work on your extension tables. The whole point of being clear is so that you can see through it. It is sold in a tube, which makes it easier for storage, and it secures to your surface with micro suction technology. I got just a few more items here, guys. First is Femore's new rotary cutter with the screw nut handle. It's been designed with ball bearings to cut down on friction and hand fatigue. Like an example, you don't have to press so hard to have it glide through multiple layers of fabric. And then Fussy Cut Shapes from Jaybird Quilt, which is Julie Herman. It's a 6-piece set that have defined seam allowances. So these are designed in shapes that are going to coordinate with all of her Hex and More and Sidekick rulers. You have a half triangle, hexagon, a half square, a half triangle, a half hexagon, a diamond, and a 60-degree triangle. It's just great. It has your blunt points, as you can see. And like I said, they're compatible with her other rulers, which just makes it great to work together.
Mary asks if that rotary cutter is heavy.
The Femore one?
Yeah.
No. It's I would say average to what is on the market. You know, Creative Grids, we do have a more heavyweight one that is geared more towards your arthritis, which I have down here. If you're looking for a more heavyweight, you're going to want to try this Creative Grids 45mm. But no, this is relatively lightweight. And if that's what you're going for, then that is exactly what you want.
We're asking if the clear one has markings on this one.
It lets me open it. Oops. Actually, we should make Chrissy open this because I'm going to break a nail.
Oh, my Lana.
You guys know me and my nails.
Like how she quilts in those.
I
How do you
just,
sew in those?
just like everybody else does. I just have to keep my fingers a little bit farther away from the needle.
There you go.
They have those great thimbles that are open so that my nails fit right through them. Those are cool.
What millimeter is the Creative Grids cutter?
45mm. This is 45mm, and I will overview it a little bit. I'm about to talk to you about some great new things from Creative Grids, and I will make sure to kind of recap on this great cutter.
And we don't carry a 60mm, right?
At this time, we do not. But we're always looking for input and suggestions. So always feel free to comment and let us know maybe what's on your wish list, what you'd like to see us add. We're always open to hearing what you guys want. So yep, this Clear Advantage grinder, you have a border and then of course the logo, but there are no defining markings on it. And there are your little suction cups. Clear again, kind of hard to see. So now we're gonna move on to the rotary cutting mat, new from Creative Grids. If you didn't see it at market, though most of you probably did or have seen it like in our bi-weekly What's New, we do have 2 new mats. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Chelsea, this is usually when Maria comes in. Where is Maria? Well, Maria's a little busy spending time with her adorable new granddaughter. So it's just going to be me today talking about the new things from Creative Grids. But we're very excited for her to be spending time with her granddaughter and sending us adorable pictures. So I'm going to start with the rotating mat. This is something you guys have been asking us for a long time. Beautiful, great, 14 inches. Well, the gridded area is 14 inches. The overall size is 14.4. Just like the rest of the line, this is self-healing and it does rotate a full 360 degrees. Okay, now to kind of just gonna run through everything with you quickly. There is a great detailed video on the product page that Maria did. So you see there's that nice overall grid that's on our rulers, that's on our other mats. You have your 1 inch, your 1/4 inch, your 1/8 inch. You have your 45 and 60 degree angles. They're coming from both corners. So this makes it left and right-handed friendly. There are horizontal and vertical centering lines. These ones are white, help you easily trim your embroidered blocks to size. Now, your numbers are facing you on both sides. So my 7's here. If I run all the way up, the 7 on this side is also facing me. So it's easy to line up from here to here because none of the numbers are upside down. Same thing, if I rotate this 180 degrees. Again, here's your 7. But now you have it reversed out where it's gray with a white number, facing me all the way up, facing me again. So no matter what side you're working from, there's a set of numbers that are right side up. It has the wonderful non-slip base. It is also a lightweight material, so you can easily tuck it in your bag for retreats and just take it along. So this rotating mat is perfect for a lot of the Creative Grids trim tools and just the rulers, really, because you're just going to trim and rotate the mat and trim again. Now, to give you an example of that, we have the lovely wonky log cabin block. Don't judge me for all my little extra pieces. Maria would trim them all off, but again, she's with her grandbaby. So, you guys know the wonky log cabin tool. I'm going to want to match my lights to the icon on here. So I'm going to flip this here. Now I'm going to take your center round 3. You're going to line it up on that center round. Now see, I make a good case for the wonky because in the name right there it says wonky. If you look really closely, you'll see not all of my lines line up with the lines on the ruler. No big deal, because at the end of trimming this, you're at a perfect square anyway. So you have a lot of fudge factor built in really with any of our trim tools. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start and then across the top, close my blade. I'm not gonna pick up anything. I am just going to rotate 180 degrees. But then of course I did hit my mat because I'm not Maria and I'm not perfect. Okay. So if you did it right, you wouldn't have bumped it. Simply turned it. Voila. You have your perfect block. You never had to pick anything up. This is also super good for your half square triangles. So again, you're just gonna trim, rotate. That time you do move your ruler and then trim again. So that is the 14-inch rotating Creative Grids cutting mats. And now we're going to move on, and let me move these things off the table, to, now this is something you would usually put in one place and that's it, that's where it's going. The lovely, I'll hold it up a little bit because it's kind of hard to see right there. We have the cutting mat, the studio mat. You guys have wanted a large mat for, a lot of you guys I know work on like tool benches that are just giant. 28 by 58 inches this beauty is. It is overall 30 by 60. Your markings are on the inside. It's just a great addition to your room or your quilt studio. All the Creative Grid mats are self-healing and double-sided. So there's 5 layers and you have 2 on each side and then you have your middle support layer. You can work on either side of this mat. Let's go ahead and go down to the table so I can kind of show you. You have your numbers here. You got your 1 through your 58. And then up your sides.
Stacy's asking how will you ship the long cutting mat? Will it be rolled?
You're gonna know it's coming. It's not gonna be rolled. I can assure you that. It's coming in a super big cardboard box. I'm pretty sure it has straps on it too. I know it did when it came to us. So this is definitely something we have spent some time looking into all the issues that could come with shipping, and we thought of the best shipping method for you. No, it will not be rolled, so you're not going to have any bending. That's a good question.
What's the measurement again?
Your gridded part is 58. You got 28 by 58. The mat overall is 30 by 60. So you have your little extra here. Your numbers are printed inside of your grid. You could, I'm sure, cut it down if you needed. We have done that with other mats in our own workspace just to fit what you have, absolutely. So you have your numbers facing right side up, but this mat, either side of the table you can work from. You have your numbers, like I said. If you were to walk around to the other side of this right now, you can see there are your numbers again. So if you're working from that side, your numbers are right side up again. If me and Chrissy wanted to sew at the same time or cut at the same time, I can be over here and she can be over on this side. We can both work, both of our numbers are facing the correct way.
A good question was, is shipping included? Yes, it is.
Yes, shipping is included. Your freight is included in your pricing. That is a great deal. Great deal. And yes, it is double-sided. You got the same mat on each side. I'm not going to flip it because it's kind of hard to do by yourself, but take my word for it. It is double-sided. You have, let's do this down a little bit more again. You have your 45 and 60 degree corners. You have it coming from your bottom left corner, and if you're on the other side, it's also on your bottom left corner. So then you see it coming down here again. It's also great because you have 1/8 yard, 4th yard, 3rd yard, 3/8, half, 5/8, 2/3, 3/4, 7/8, 1 yard, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 1/3, 1 3/8, and 1 1/2 plus 4. So this is great for a bolt cutting off the bolt. This would be great for the quilt shops. And see, you have all this extra room. So any of our 24.5 inch rotary cutters or cutting mats from Creative Grids, fits within here. Plenty of room. Great addition to your home, to your quilt shop. There's all sorts of great features available with this. Just like in the other ones, you have your 1-inch markings with your quarters, your 1/8 inch. Like I said, you have your angled lines. So this is just like any of our other mats, but it is super sized. It's gonna go crazy. These are coming, expected in March of 2023, so this spring. They are available on our website for pre-order, so make sure you do get your orders in because they're gonna go fast. And that is the last little tidbit before we talk about the great giveaway. Because I see Tasha's typing a question I don't exactly know the answer to. Jim McDonald, if you're watching like you should be. Can these be drop shipped to customers or is it just shops? I think it's just to shops and you guys would have to arrange for your customers to receive it, but don't quote me on that until we find out for sure. So like we've been leading up to, we have this giant giveaway today. Our gift away, actually, as Cindy came up with. Over $1,500 retail dollars in value. Again, these are from Daylight, Aliso, Clover, Yazzie, Electric Quilt Company, and Riley Blake. And let's go through the great items included in the giveaway. We're going to start with this lamp back here. This is the Cometa table lamp. This is from Daylight Company. This is super elegant and it's super contemporary. And it's hard to see because we have all the lights on in our studio now, but this is a focus test light on the bottom here. You also have your warm ambient light on top. So this is enabling the light to be directed forward without angling the lamp. So you can read, you can work, do any of your hobby stuff without disturbing anybody else in the room because it's not just going to light up the room. It's targeted, it's just going to light up where you are working.
Should I dim the light to show them?
You can.
It's okay. It's okay. They can see it online.
We have a great product video on our product page. Now back here, hopefully I don't knock anything over. Is the Wafer 2 light box from Daylight Company. So this has your dimmable LEDs and that provides an even spread of light from edge to edge. This is ideal for quilting, embroidery, sewing, and so much more. You're never going to have to change a light bulb again because the LEDs are designed to last 50,000 hours. Plus, they included with this the non-slip self-healing light box cutting mat. So this allows you to cut directly on the light box while allowing the bright light to shine through it because you can see it's kind of just frosted. It's not solid, it's clear. And if you're having trouble seeing your markings, this is great. Lastly, from Daylight is the Magnificent Pro. So this is a 3-in-1. It allows it to be used as a floor lamp, a magnifying lamp, or a table magnifying lamp. A task lamp. You have a removable lens cover, an easy twist head, an ergonomic grip and switch. So it's super versatile. The Daylight LEDs provide high contrast and accurate color matching. Next, Aliso was kind enough to donate a set of their irons. So we have the ever so loved Project Mini iron. And then the newer 1600 Pro Plus. So let's start with the Pro Plus. This has the Aliso's most loved, most known for patented iTouch technology. So you're simply gonna remove your handle or remove your hand from the handle and the iron lifts. put your hand on it and the iron lowers. So what we're doing there is keeping you from scorching or burning anything, because now your hot iron is not touching your ironing board, your wool mat. And I never had one of these, and Aliso was kind enough to send me a set so that I could play with it and use it in my own sewing studio at home. And I have a fear of burning and catching things on fire, and let me tell you, the weight that lifts off of my shoulders knowing that if I forget about it, it's fine because it lifted up, and it also has an auto shut off, so it's not just going to be on forever. And that also saves your wrists not having to push down, because it just lowers right for you. Then of course you have the Great Mini. This is great for your traveling. Even though it's smaller, it has all of the power that a full-size iron has, just in a compact, lightweight kind of concept design. This includes a silicone iron rest because it does not have the lift and lower feature, so they include your silicone iron rest so you can put the iron down flat in the down position on that silicone rest, and you're not going to burn anything. Next, Clover has donated. You're laughing at me for leaving the pretty branch in it.
Not at all.
Clover donated 10 different notions to make your sewing and quilting experience easier. So let's go through them. Put my pretty branches in the top for aesthetically pleasing images. You have your Design Pro applique mat. It's transparent, it's no non-slip and non-stick. You have your fabric tube maker. This is super popular. This is for making your jelly roll rugs and more with your 2.5-inch strips. Always need a good pair of mini scissors. You have 4.5 inches here. Your hot hemmer. They have a couple of different hot hemmers available. We have this one for today. The fabric folding pen. Your roll-in press. This is super nifty if your iron's not right next to you, or you're trying to kind of do a bunch of blocks before you move to your iron, to just kind of go ahead and roll your seam and kind of already get it laying flat a little bit. Your dome threaded needle case, so you can slip your needles and your little thread hangs out. They're contained, the sharp end's contained. These Wonder pins, they have a nice little cover on them, so they're easier to grasp and use than regular pins that don't have a little lip on them. Flower head pins, there's 20 different pieces in here. You got a light shade and a dark shade. And lastly, these are also brand new. They're limited edition from Clover. They're natural fit leather thimbles. You have them in a couple different sizes. They're available on our website in a medium, a large, and a small. The giveaway today includes a large and a medium. And that's all the great things today from Clover. I guess I'll give Chrissy my... Oh, I'll just put it back here. It's cute. Next up is a donation from Yazzie. This is their 15 by 15 inch square tote that can hold everything in the kitchen sink. So let me just open it up and show you. I didn't take all the paper out because I didn't want to have to put it all back in before we shipped it to you guys. So first, right when you open it, you have 3 clear zippered pouches, a larger one and 2 smaller ones. Throughout this whole thing, there are actually 11 gusseted zipper pockets. You also have another one here that has 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 between the front and the back. You have a one that's just a whole clear. This is great for your blocks that you already started working on, or just some of your bigger projects. Just keep them all organized, your work in progresses. And then you have another large clear one in the back here. This is great for putting your mats in. And a nice pouch. So there's just so much you can put in here. If you look on the pictures on our website, some of the additional pictures just give you an idea of how much can be stored in this amazing tote from Yazzie. Next is from Electric Quilt Company. This is a re-released book. It is Quilt Designs and Tricks for EQ8 Experts. Each of the 8 chapters is a standalone lesson that you can work through in any order that you want, actually. You're just going to follow the author's instructions, and you're going to create 8 extraordinary quilts. You're going to be drawing blocks based on photos, designing a quilt with digital fabric panels, using mathematical formulas and special layouts to create amazing optical illusions, and so much more. EQ8, designing more quilts, tricks, designs from EQ8 experts. And lastly, in our amazing giveaway today, from Riley Blake, is this Christmas Village by Catherine Lenis Fat Quarter Bundle. Again, a big thank you to all of our vendors that helped make this gift away possible. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. It is easy, very easy, to enter to win this more than $1,500 value of prizes. You just have to be a Checker customer, and you must be a member of Checker's private Facebook group. Abby's in the office right now, and she's going to post in the comments a link directly to that group if you aren't already a part of it. So you can apply. It might take a day or two for you to be accepted, but you will have more than enough time to get on there, and you're just going to simply put your shop name and location in the comments, and you need to like the post. That is a criteria. You're going to have until 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this coming Friday, which is December 16th, to register to win this giveaway. Sasha, did we miss any questions?
No questions.
No more questions. All right. Well, thank you for everybody who watched today. If we did happen to miss your question, we will go back through and make sure we get it answered. The link in the description, again, is to all the items that are showcased today, including the giveaway items. Thanks so much for being a Checker customer, and a big thank you to everybody in marketing who helps put on these great productions for you guys. Everybody in the whole company really contributes to these lives for you guys. It is a full team effort here, and it's just so great. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'm going to see you back here in 2023.